How to attain cosmic consciousness. People are paying tens of thousands of dollars to learn how to attain cosmic consciousness, and the failures rate always stood above 99.9%, because cosmic consciousness is not alignment to peacefulness, but alignment to soulfulness. I know by now we've all watched the movie The Matrix at least once in your life. If you unscramble the name Neo of the main character in the movie, and make the last letter become first, you will get 1. But if you move the first letter to the last position, you will get Eon. If you Google the meaning of 1, Eon, and Neo, you will get 1 equals the what was or infinite beginning. Eon equals the what is or infinite present. And then Neo equals the what is new or what will forever be. And what makes the word Neo so special? It's the fact that it is a Latin word created in the 18th century during a specific time, recorded in all history as the Age of Enlightenment. Hi, and welcome back to my channel, where we study cosmic consciousness with revelations. Today I'm going to teach you how to attain cosmic consciousness, so listen well, because it's a study of greatness over fame. Before we begin, I'm going to denounce and expose many controversies and bring clarification to many questions in spirituality through revelations. And if you cannot handle it, forget about ever achieving cosmic consciousness, known for over 3,000 years as the state of oneness. 1. A soul and a spirit are not the same. 2. The gods don't have a soul, but a spirit. 3. Mankind is the only being who has a soul. 4. Mankind was created with both a spirit and a soul, but the spirit died in the Garden of Eden, and now mankind feels like an empty vessel, condemned to look at life halfway empty instead of halfway full. 5. The spirit is an identity and an inhabitant, and the soul is a profile and a habitation. 6. The Almighty and the gods are two different entities, living in two different levels of existence and dominion. Because the Almighty is a creator, but the gods cannot create anything that has not been created yet. So knowing the difference between the gods and the Almighty is crucial. 7. Mankind is a creator and an inventor, like the Almighty Father, but he is inferior to the gods in spirit, because he failed to realize his superiority and to protect it. But all superiority is not lost, because mankind still has his soul. 8. The gods don't have a soul, because they do not come from the cosmos like man does, but from consciousness. The gods are created from consciousness alone. If you don't know what I just said, ask me the question before I'm gone. 9. Ever since mankind ate from the forbidden fruit and died in the spirit, he shares the same consciousness as that of his enemy, through the mind, and this is why the mind is always trying to stop you, when you try to evolve past the old you to corrupt the new you before he is even born, over and over and over again. 10. This is nothing new. The enemy is in your mind, and your heart is there to protect you and guide you toward humanity and closer to your soul. 11. The soul is the hardest thing you will ever have to deal with in this world. 12. You can be human without a soul, but you can never have humanity without a soul, meaning being human doesn't make you entitled to have humanity. That reminds me of an anonymous quote that says, "I see human, but no humanity." 13. I know the story says mankind was cast out of heaven to prevent him becoming like God, but the real truth is, he was cast out of heaven to protect him to become like the gods, and fully becomes corrupted with perfectionism, because the gods and their ways of perfection are no longer welcome in the kingdom of heaven, although they are the first creature of God. 14. The first will be last, and the last will be first, Matthew 20 and verse 16. 16. Perfection is the reason why the world is so broken. Perfection is the perverted and corrupted version of wholeness and completion. Perfection is the reason why you ask yourself, what now, after getting everything you want out of life. Perfection is the reason why you can't be happy. You were never created to be perfect, but to be whole. Perfection is the enemy, and any good enemy must be kept closer than a friend. 17. The Creator God doesn't create failure, and neither does He fail. He designed mankind to show the gods that their ways of perfection and competition are wicked and subjected to darkness, and will never surpass wholeness and completion. So the gods became the enemy of man to protect their ideology. But ever since man has fallen, he worships perfection and competes with one another because deep inside he still hasn't yet realized that he was created to be so much more. 18. The gods are the enemy of man, but mankind is not an enemy of the gods. But to protect the heart of flesh from being consumed by the heart of stone of the enemy, the gods. Mankind was created with a body made of flesh to train and assist the heart through hardships and things of that nature that forces him to get out of his comfort zone. So the greater the endurance in the flesh, the stronger is the heart of flesh against the enemy. Because we are at war, but at war with ourselves first. And that is a very important point to remember. 19. If you break the word enemy into two, you will get the word any and my. If you Google the word any, you will get inhabitant, the same as the meaning for spirit, and the word my equals me and ownership and familiarity, meaning the only enemy you will ever have in your life will always be within you. And in the case of mankind, the enemy is in his own mind, working daily to stop him from investing in who he really is, and to block the plans that God's are for humanity, and that is why everyone who seeks the kingdom of heaven must walk by faith and not by sight. 20. When a power is both capable of good and evil, it is called divine or divinity. So don't use the word divinity to refer to the Creator, because He is holy, not divine. 21. When evil is unable to corrupt or poison a power, it is called holy or holiness. 22. I know it's a lot to take in, so take it really slow. If you break the word soul in two, S and ol, you get S equals many, multiple, and more importantly, not alone. Then you have the word ol equals old or ancient, meaning the soul is multiple pieces taken from the same source. But to understand this one detail, you need to understand the meaning of the word cosmos and why it was created to overcome consciousness. Very few people understand the meaning of the word cosmos, but for those who don't, the opposite of cosmos means unholy, meaning impossible to ever grow from divinity to holiness. 23. Not all the gods are bad, but all the gods have come to pass, and have been called to humble themselves and serve the way of humanity within the cosmos. The ones who become opposition to that calling also become the enemy of man, or Satan, and the ones who accept the calling and humble themselves also become holy beings or masters. Some people say they live among us to help and serve humanity grow, but that I don't know. 24. To attain cosmic consciousness or soulfulness, I always suggest from the bottom of my heart to just close your eyes and imagine being created to be like gold. But the gods made of silver sold you a lie to become like silver before you realized who you were truly meant to be. And in the attempt of becoming silver, you became bronze. And since you can never return to become gold, you feel like the least you can do is evolve to the state of silver or godliness. because no one ever really told you about becoming a diamond through the soul. In the beginning of this video, I said, listen well, because it's a story of greatness over fame. So the diamond mentioned here isn't about the shine in appearance, but about excellency in inner quality and how well one can be still without being overpowered by your mind. And that is the key, because the goal is not to become like the gods, but to become the best version of your human self that you can possibly be through human daily activities. And the answer is in your soul, and all thanks to cosmic consciousness, or the cosmic Christ, there is a complete and proven blueprint to get there. Because attaining cosmic consciousness means developing unique human qualities, skills to the state of excellency through humanity as a human being, according to one's own calling. That we express in human language as divine order and divine intervention, instead of calling it cosmic companionship, like the great Martin Luther King once did. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and watch my last video regarding Revelation 12.